What's good, everybody? Welcome to the show. I appreciate everybody for coming through. Sorry for the delay. Look like it still ain't going right, unfortunately. And what I was going to say that was not going right is I was supposed to be streaming live with Instagram tonight for the first time. Everybody that's been watching and following for years, you already know that I live stream with YouTube and, of course, Facebook. X used to be called Twitter. Throw up the X, the D without the DM. You go throw them DMs on X. That's how I go now. Throw the DMs on the X, and of course Twitch. But now I'm gonna throw in, Instagram Live, and that's gonna be, added thing that I'm gonna enjoy doing with everybody. Trying to make sure everything is working smooth. So let me see if I'm pausing a second before we get into this movie, which seems like a very, very interesting movie for a lot of different ways. And I'm going to tell you why. They throw in a lot of Easter eggs. Wink, wink, hint, hint. Also, shout out to everybody that listens to the podcast as well. And I appreciate all the support and everything, definitely, through all the years as well. Let me try to do this one more time with Instagram Live. For some reason, I don't know if this is it working on Instagram Live? I'm not sure. See, like I say, this is being my first time. If somebody is watching on Instagram Live, give me a shout out. Give me a comment or something. Let me see that is working. I don't know what in the world. All right. Wait a minute. All right. Yeah, I'm seeing a bunch of other stuff. So anyway, let me try this one more time before we get deep into it. Let me try and see if I can reconnect this, but it's not showing the. See, this is weird. And I'll show you what I'm talking about, what I'm looking at, because of course y'all know I be, trying to figure this stuff out. I don't really have it all, put together with the technology and things. I just try to make it work as I go, like most people. Some of y'all may think I'm doing a lot of stuff, but you do it one at a time. This is the problem right here. Say live video. It won't let me click up here to go live. It's got all this stuff here, and that's great, but it won't let me click this button. And every time I back out and go back, it does it again, and then there's a new thing here, and I gotta go back and blase skip it, whoop de whoop. Anyway, if they made it and it is working, I appreciate it. And if it's not on Instagram, I guess I'm gonna have to figure it out for next time, folks. Anyway, let me talk to my beautiful, beautiful people out there. How y'all doing this weekend, this Sunday? I hope everybody had a good weekend. And if you haven't seen this movie yet, it's definitely worth seeing, but I am going to give some spoilers. Pretty much, I'm going to tell the whole movie. So, if you haven't seen it and you don't want me to, I'm going to tell it. So, if you don't want to know, then you might not want to watch this. And that's unfortunate because I would love for you to stay, but I don't want to spoil it for you. So, hey, you got to do what you got to do, right? Now, some people stay, but they don't care if they get spoiled. They still watch it anyway. And I'm one of those people. Sometimes I stay and look at stuff, and then that just makes me more interested to see what's up. So, hey, if you one of them, shout out to you too. Now, let me get to some of the comments. Let me get to, of course, first in the building, Nikki B. What up, shouty? What up, shouty? What's up, Nikki? How you doing? How's everything going for you this weekend? I appreciate you coming through. Jay Lynn, what's up with you? How you doing? Brea Little, what's up? Jay in the chat. I appreciate you for coming through. Damian Kenny, what's up, brother? How you feeling? Also, make sure y'all stick around to at least the half-hour mark, cause somewhere around there, I'm gonna throw that link out there. And if you want to come and talk to me about this movie or anything else, we can go ahead and break it down around the 30 to 45-minute link. So make sure you stay tuned and don't leave and come back, cause I'm watching like Big Brother. No, I'm just playing. What's up, Rashonda? How you doing, sis? That's my girl coming through, man. Always got my back. Shy Girl 64, what's up? Hey, Jay, I'm glad you are speaking on this. This movie has been bothering me for a few days. What was the message? Boom. Hey, you know what? This is one of the type of movies that actually would scare me. So people be worried about like the house on Haunted Hill or some vampires and all that goofy stuff. Nah, these are scary movies. This is a real scary movie, and it's a thriller. And these are the type of things that people should be worried about. Don't be worried about no damn vampires and stuff like that. And I say the worry comes because if you're not prepared, and I say that with everything, if you're nervous when you go into an interview or a job or whatever, it's because you're not prepared. Not to say that if you prepared, everything always works out, but at least you ain't nervous. You've done what you're supposed to do, and that's all you can do. So I think that a lot of people are not prepared, and that can be very scary. And I'm about to get in that. I'm about to give a couple more shout outs to these comments. In about one more minute, we gonna get into this because this movie is something else. And I'm gonna tell you some other stuff that's even scarier about the movie before it even talk about the movie. So, you know what I'm saying? Shy girl, I'm gonna tell you something. Lena Curie. Hey Jay, are you in LA? No, I am not in LA, but I am from Chicago. Same thing, right? No, no, I'm from Chicago. I'm not in LA. I do have family out there on the West Coast in LA, and I'm now in Indianapolis. Nikki B, you say you hated the movie. Why'd you hate the movie? Please let me know. Lena Curry, do you feel that it's predictive programming? Ooh, I like this Lena Curry in the chat coming through with the knowledge, breaking it down with the predictive programming. And if y'all don't know what that is, that's basically programming, putting out information or things or scenarios that pretty much warning you and warming you up to what may happen or what is going to happen. How many movies did we see about pandemics and viruses and stuff? And then next thing you know, what happened? Some could say it's a coincidence. You know, who knows, right? I didn't do it. It just was a good movie I did. Hey, you know. But a lot of that stuff was coming out, and then next thing you know, what happened? Anthony Moore, what's up, pops? How you doing? Fine, appreciate you coming through. Shy girl, I have not caught you for weeks. Have you been losing weight, brother? I have been losing weight. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. I appreciate that. I have been losing weight. I lost a lot of weight. I've been exercising and eating differently. And yeah, I have lost a lot of weight. Now trying to wear a little bit of smaller clothes. But yep, I have. I appreciate it. I hope I don't find it no time soon. That's the key. Keep it lost. Don't want to find it. Nikki say I watched it twice and I did not like it at all. But you just keep watching it though. I hate it. I hate it. What's up, B? How you feeling? All right, let's get into this movie, man. So first off, this movie is very scary, and I'll tell you why it's scary to me. Because it's all something that's possible. It's not very, you know, far reaching. Um, Pretty much everything in this movie is real. from the sound that we heard, all of that stuff. Electric cars being hacked and controlled or something, that's possible. Power plants or electricity and things being hacked and things, that's possible. All of this stuff is possible. But I'm gonna get even deeper into this movie and what it really is about. But it was nothing in this movie that was impossible. And that's the scary thing right there. Every single thing in this movie could happen. All right. Now, y'all want to hear something really kind of weird and trippy? Now, I don't know. Maybe this is just, hey, we ain't doing nothing. It's a good idea. That's all. It's a good idea. We trying to make money. What's wrong with that? That's what Obama said, because Obama is one of the producers for this film. So if you think about it, you got Obama. Let's look it up. Obama, one of the producers on a film about the end of the world, and it's so damn accurate on so many things on what could actually happen. I mean, did he advise? He said they have him listed as executive producer, which of course normally is about what? Giving some money, cutting some checks. You think they didn't ask him something? He didn't put in no input. He just, hey, that's a good idea. In the world movie, yeah, I'll cut a check. How much do you need? 1 million or two? All right. I think that's gonna do good on Netflix. I really do. Yeah, right. Let's see. These are all the actors produced by. Let's see. Does that say Barack Obama right there and Michelle Obama as executive producers? So am I tweaking? Have I smoked too much in my lifetime? Let me make this bigger for y'all. All right, this is as big as I can make it. That's what he said. But anyway, let's say right here, Barack and Michelle. I can click on it. Blickety, blickety. There go Barry. Barry. I just wanted to produce my first movie about the end of the world, because I don't think it'll be around too much longer. And I think I got a lot of input on that topic. When they mention an evil cabal that runs the world, I think I could have a little input on that. What? Come on, man. I don't know. Maybe I'm tweaking, right? I'm tweaking. Saw these people work on here. Sam Esmail. He's made a lot of good stuff. Normally about the end of the world. Well, he's just a good director to use, right? Because he got experience on that stuff. That's all. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with that. It's just conspiracy thinking and stuff. Uh-oh, it don't want to work now. Uh-oh. Let's see. I think you was talking too much. That's what I think. I think you need to shut up. We're going to shut that show down. Hey, I got too many tabs up. I think I got you. So, let's see. Sam Esmail. What has he worked on? Mr. Robot. Very interesting. Very good show. I don't know if it's. Hey, man. Let's see what else. The Resort. I'm not familiar. Gaslit. Angeline. Homecoming. Bribe. Mr. Robot. The Careful Massacre of the Bourgeoisie. Well, I haven't seen this. It's a short, but that's very interesting. Topic title. The Lobo Paramilitary Christmas Special. And Risk. I wonder if that's like the game, board game. Anyway, not too familiar with him, but Mr. Robot is a very interesting show. And anyway, just a coincidence, right? So let me go on back to looking at my full self. All right. So anyway, anybody think that got something to do with it? Let me know. Now, we see in this show, it's very interesting because one of the things that happens in the show is we see a family, right? And the very first thing, the wife pretty much runs the show. She runs the pants. She wears the pants rather in the house because he's asleep and she's already decided we going on vacation. She's already booked it. Didn't ask him. Didn't say nothing. And she say that's the reason why she didn't do that. So it wouldn't be any reason to change her mind or back out. We need to get a break and get out from the pretty much hustle and bustle because I'm stressed. So whatever, say la vie. Now, I'm not saying that what she did is wrong or that you always got to ask this or that, but, you know, we show that this man is very weak from the very beginning because whatever she says or whatever, he just does, and he really has no backbone or whatever. And that's going to end up being a problem for him and her, anybody else. They all gonna have these problems coming. And so, and it's a problem with men today too, as in men have no skills. This man is gonna say later when, he's with Kevin Bacon at the and Hershey, Hershey Ali. Nah, Mahershala Ali. His name was GH. I'm gonna say GH to be a little shorter. But GH, they were holding each other at gunpoint, GH and Kevin Bacon, and he's in the middle saying, "I'm a worthless man. I can't do this. I can't do that. I need your help for my son." Da 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 da. I mean, it's a lot of men out there that don't have skills to even change a tire, make a fire, do all kind of stuff, and that can end up being a problem at one point in life because you may need some skills and stuff because as we saw in this movie, it ended up being a blackout. You see what I'm saying? So if it's a blackout or it's no power for long periods of time, which we were fortunate not to go through during the pandemic, whatever, most people still had power. So if it was no power, imagine how much worse things would have been, especially if it was no power for prolonged periods of time. Luckily, it was during the summertime, but if it was in a lot of cold weather as well, oh my goodness gracious. I mean, it would be horrible. I mean, they actually went around for a year or two. So, I mean, but still, if it was no power for those, I mean, how many people would be prepared? What would happen with that alone? And grocery stores and things like that. So it would be a lot going on. So anyway, one thing, one journey. What's up, one journey? One journey is really a interesting person. I'm pretty sure One Journey is gonna have some very interesting comments about this one because this is very deep, and I'm interested to see what a lot of you all are saying as well. And don't be shy in the comments. Go ahead and leave them comments. Everybody seem to like to do most of the comments on the replay. You can go ahead and drop them comments because I'm about to tell you some very interesting things right now. So let me show you something right here. This is deep right here. So this movie starts off with this family and she makes this decision, right? Now let me tell you something. In my experience of movies, TV, working on the stuff, being around it, in my little bit of experience, let me tell you something. It's a lot of people that have jobs on these sets. Okay, when you look at the credits, that's a lot of people, which means that they have a lot of jobs to do. There's nobody on movie TV wearing something or saying something You know, it's nothing on a wall or a picture somewhere by accident. Everybody has checked over stuff, looked at stuff, did things for a reason. It's not just things haphazardly on TV and movies. You know, they create these sets. They do this stuff. They put this stuff there. Even in things where I was worn my real chain, they had to check and say, "Hey, do you want to wear this? Let's double check. Can he wear this? Da 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 da." And then they allow you to do it, but they saw it, they check it out. They're not going to allow certain things without doing certain things. So everything in a movie, a TV show, I believe is there on purpose. You see what I'm saying? Very rarely is it going to be something, an object that's there that's not done on purpose. So my point is this. In the beginning, we see them on the beach. And while on the beach, they're relaxing, right? And then while they're relaxing, what happens? They see an oil tanker slowly coming. Now, what's the name of that oil tanker? Because as the oil tanker slowly comes towards them, they refuse to leave. They like it's just like in real life, or the situation with the frog and the boiling pot. You put the frog in and you turn it up slowly, the frog doesn't jump out. Well, that's like life. A lot of people see things going on and issues and problems, and they don't do anything about it until it's smack dab in their face. I know people and family members that I can tell certain things going on, and they will not do it until they're in the negative in their bank account or till things are smack dab in their face. That's what happened here. People in real life are walking around thinking everything is normal in this trance of life, and it's a lot of things happening, but they won't react until it's smack dab in their face. Now right here it says leave the world behind, and I'm gonna type in white lion. So while they were on the ship on the coast, this ship, the white lion, comes towards them. Okay, and while the white lion is coming towards them, it eventually crashes on the beach. Okay, now why is this white line significant? See, I love history buff. You see this white line, and they made it there big on purpose. Again, none of this stuff is done on accident, and it's an oil tanker. Well, does anybody in the comments no, it ain't product placement, but I like that. I was just about to say, anybody in the comments know where I'm going with this? Please let me know in the comments. I'm gonna give you a little bit of time because for anybody that doesn't know, when you live stream, people are at least 30 to 40 seconds behind. So if you know where I'm going with this and what this white lion means, let me know. I'm only gonna give you a little bit of time because you're gonna probably use Google, which I'm pretty sure y'all have. But what it is the name of the first slave ship to come to America in the year 1619. Yes, that's the name of the first slave ship. And they have that coming. It's like what they say, the chickens coming home to roost. The white lion. So slave ship, slaves in 1619 was the first product from Negro land to come to this country. And when they came, you know, because of all the things that happened, some may say that this country may be cursed for that because they never reckoned with the original sin of this country. So that was the first major product that made this country rich and powerful. And what was the last major product that this country had to make it powerful? Oil. So they got the slave ship mixed with the oil all in one. Subliminal. Definitely. Boom. Look it up. We can Google it. Google it. You know what I'm saying? 1619. The first slave ship. It landed in I believe Port Comfort, Virginia. Hampton, Virginia. And that's where it was, where the first slave ship came from. Negro land at the time, what it was called. I believe Ghana, the Songhai Empire. And what ended up happening is that started off the slave trade. And, man, that stuff be deep, man, deep. And it's like they put that to come crashing home. Man, wow. So I first saw this, I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. What is this? Because the way they kind of made it seem like is that you know what I'm saying, this was about uh Mahershala Ali and his daughter coming to the house unannounced. And I thought it was some like house next door or something. I don't know. Turn out that ain't had nothing to do with it. Netflix got some of the worst trailers, I tell you, man. Netflix trailers don't tell you nothing about any of that stuff. Straight up. You ain't gonna find out none of that stuff from a Netflix trailer about what the movie is. So anyway, we see I believe the White Lion was an English privateer ship. You see what I'm saying? And what happened is, they put that in there to show the chicken's coming home to roost. You got the slaves and oil. And who knows, it might be the end. They coming home, woo, mess up the people and the land. Who knows what oil has done to this world? Anyway, we see. Well, thank you, One Journey. I appreciate it. I'll try a little bit. So, and we see that another thing they was doing in this movie was playing Jenga, which is another metaphor for like building, and rebuilding. You got to take from the bottom, build to the top. They put a lot of metaphors in this stuff. You're gonna have to take from, get rid of the old to put to the new. And the way they was kind of redoing everything and how the end of the world type situation was going, that's what pretty much everybody gonna have to do is rebuild from the old to the new, because it's, with no the electricity would eventually come on, but I'm sure it's gonna be a lot of things different. We saw eventually what happened in the city with those explosions. It looked, I don't know if it was nuclear or not, but it didn't look good, and it was multiple one of them. So who knows? And the way that we may still get communication, even if cell phone communication is down, and this was stuff that's scary, man, is that they probably would use that cell phone warning, national cell phone warning thing that they tested out. Remember, they tested that out over the summer, and everybody's phone was beeping, and it sent that warning. They told everybody we're gonna get that test, the warn. You never know what may happen. They may be getting us all prepared for the next time something else happens. You never know. But it could be, it's all to protect everybody, okay? It's nothing wrong. Anyway, my girl, Shy Girl, said the radio station was even 1619. I didn't even notice that. Good pickup, girl. That's what I'm talking about, Shouty. I ain't even noticed that. See, they put a lot of stuff in there, and that's one thing that this director is very good at, putting a lot of subliminals and, little Easter eggs in his movies. So, you know what I'm saying? Definitely check that out. What's up, Nicole H? Joined on X. That's what's up. I appreciate the love and support. Everybody, if y'all haven't already, please, join on X, Twitch, all of that good stuff. I definitely appreciate it. You never know what may or may not happen. So that way you can always follow and find. And I try to put a little different stuff on everywhere, a little bit here and there when I can. Um, this is it says Twitter, but it's my X without the DM, but you can DM me if you know what I'm saying, got some booty pics. It's all good anyway. But I appreciate it, Nicole H. Definitely. Um, this is the only channel X, aka Twitter, that I don't use the J Moore reviews, and that's because it's the oldest social media channel I've had. Probably had it maybe even 4 or 5 years before I even started using YouTube. So and I never changed it. Now I do have a J Moore Reviews on there, but I don't use it. I just put it in so that nobody else could take it. So there you have it. Now this movie is so interesting because so much stuff they did could happen, and it was interesting as well because Mahershala Ali character GH, he was well connected. We don't really know who he knew and who his client was, but he said that the way that things would happen to take over a country, topple a country, a government, the most cost effective way is 3 stages, which is tripped out because it is cost effective and it is easy. First stage is isolation, where everybody had no access to phones. The phones didn't work, the TV didn't work. They blocked the roads with those Teslas and things. Some places had no power. So that would be one big problem right there with the isolation. Secondly, he said the second thing would be what? Synchronized misinformation. And anybody that did get stuff, you know what I'm saying, they would be what? Locked out, synchronized, locked out. And, people would eventually turn on each other. And it stage 3 pretty much happens on its own if 1 and 2 work out, which is a coup d'etat, take over everything. And I mean that would be easy because everybody did all the work for them. Let me move this thing over here. So that would be very, very cost effective because pretty much you don't have to invade with troops and all of that stuff. You pretty much, because he said if the country is already messed up pretty much like we are, that with all of those other 2 stages, everybody would turn on each other, fight for supplies, do whatever, and it would destabilize the country and shoot, probably a matter of a week or less. And then if you did want to invade, do something else, hey, there you have it. As long as the country is dysfunctional enough, hey, they don't have to do as much work. Hell, some people might even join if Russia invaded. After all of that, some people may even join Russia. You never know. So anyway, we see the whole time though, people are in a daze in life. You see what I'm saying? Like even after that oil tanker and stuff, they went back home chilling, having a drink, talking, as if that nothing happened. They didn't even really talk about it. And yeah, in the beginning, she talking about she really hate people because she realized in the beginning, because he asked, "What's up? Why you want to leave?" And she thought about how the world is, and she liked this and that, and saw the trees and this and whatever. And then she looked and realized how everybody really is crappy to each other and how she hate people. And that's like she then gonna have to realize that going around hating people ain't gonna get you nowhere. One thing that I did like after that is they did play Joey Badass on that. I just came back for the win. That song Revenge. That was hard right there though. And shout out to Joey Badass, man, doing a hell of a job on Raising Canaan season 3. I know he enjoying his storyline, to say the least. Anyway, we see, and another thing, man, everybody be in their own world nowadays with this technology and stuff. It didn't used to be that way as much. I mean, I guess it kind of started when people started getting the TV in their own room. Everybody had their own TV in their room. They go to their own room and watch whatever. But now it's worse because you do it everywhere you go with your phone. And on the way to the cabin, that's one thing that I noticed that they kind of showed is that everybody already kind of in their own world and isolated and looking at whatever, believing whatever. They all on their phone in their own world. And, it was just tripped out. they put this movie in different parts. So part one they called The House. And one of the songs that was playing the whole time she was walking around there was what? Never Gonna Let You Go Away. And I don't know, man. They played that a long time, and even when she was there in the store, and that's that song, what? Never Gonna Let You Go Away. You belong to me. I know I sound just like them. I know. And I don't want to have a record deal. Relax. Anyway, when she was in the store, they saw Kevin Bacon stocking up. And, that's one thing, man, in life. They were going to buy some stuff, but they wasn't already prepared. And as you see in the movie, it's going to really hurt you if you ain't already prepared. You got to be prepared all time. Like the people say, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. Well, you should apply that to everything. I know that's easier said than done, but you should try. Keep at least a case of water or two at all times. Some canned goods last a week or two. You never know. Because he was getting even more ready. And they stare at each other. One thing that was tripped out is on that yellow bucket, it had the E, which was the same company from Mr. Robot. Dun, dun, dun. Anyway, definitely. One Journey says, noted, isolation, synchronized information, locked out, take over. Boom! Hey, that's why everybody be talking about they don't like guns, this, that, and the other. You better make sure you got a state where you can have some guns and protection. What if your neighbors decide to turn on you, kick you in the door, trying to take your food, your water? What you gonna do? Now, I'm not saying that people should go out and do things and harm people, and I don't even want to have to protect myself like that either. Don't get me wrong. But at the same time, what are you gonna do? You're just gonna say forget it? You're just gonna lay down and die? You give up? You're gonna talk to them? Let's share. Let's split it. I mean, hey, I don't know. Let me know how that work out. Shy Girl say, I just found out before your broadcast that Denzel was supposed to play GH. He had to back out of the movie last minute. Ethan Hawke and Julian were disappointed. I'm sure they was. I'm sure they was, boy. Ooh. See, if Denzel would have did it, that would have put it over the top. That would have put it over the top. Now, don't get me wrong. Mahershala Ali did a great job, but if Denzel would have done that, yeah, his name recognition, and he would have did just a good. Now, let me tell you one thing though. Mahershala Ali is a damn good actor, though. Wow. There's some scenes in there when he was looking, when he was scared inside that Bentley, when he was telling him, and he had the side view, he was looking like, let me tell you something. It's going to be a takeover. It's going to be it looked like he's about to cry. His eyes and water in his face and that. Boy, he can do some serious scenes, though. I give it to him. But hey, he ain't no Denzel. Let me tell you something. All right, okay, all right. You say end of world, okay, all right. Let me tell you something about that end of world. All right, okay. Let me tell you something. End of world ain't got nothing on me. All right, I just hit the microphone, but it's okay. All right, okay. In the world or microphones, it's all the same. Ain't got nothing on me. I put it back down. There you go. No more in the world. It stays there. Anyway, uh, so what up, LaCream? How you feeling, brother? Jay Lynn, you say you got a closet full of rifles, bullets. All right, so we see also dude hide smoking from his wife. Now, hey, I ain't never been married. I would have liked to, but things didn't happen like that for me. But anyway, in any of the relationships I've been in, and I've been in, let's say, a couple, I never heard anything like that. Either you accept who I am and what I do and don't do, or you don't. That's it. I ain't hiding nothing. I'm not sneaking, and I don't know. I don't get that. Um, and also, he can't get no coochie because when she gave him the cigarettes, he was trying to, play it off. I don't do that. And then he like, well, she like, I knew that'd make you feel better. He like, well, I know something else make me feel better. Can I get a little poo poo? Please, can I get some? Can I get some? She like, you got 15 minutes. Ooh, that's more than enough. Ooh. Man, you should have. Hey, come here, girl. Bone. We at the spot. Da 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 da. Bang. I don't know, man. I think dude has got it a little backwards, and he didn't got a little too soft on his situation and lost control, definitely of who he is, and it just became a problem for him every time it came up. So, I think that men out there should know who they are and be, I'm not going to say, what's the right word? Assertive. Be more assertive in life. You know, don't just sit around and, want people to do everything or ask permission for everything. You know, try to learn and do things for yourself, and that is attractive, I believe. And if not, I don't know. Unfortunate. But I don't know, ladies. What do you think is more attractive? Some man that's more assertive, or a man that's sitting there saying, can I do this? Can I do that? Can you do this for me? It make you put you in a child's place. So I don't know. Anyway, I think he need to get up out of that spot, out of that zone, the kid zone. I know they got a friend zone. Get up out that kid zone. Because you want somebody to do something all the damn time, or ask you for this, or do this for me, or do that, whatever. Nobody want to keep doing that all the time. Especially when the person is capable. I could see if it was a person that wasn't capable, that's different. You're helping somebody that's not able to do something for themselves. But a person that has the ability to do for themselves, but they don't, and they trying to do whatever the hell he was doing, that was crazy. What up, Tressa? How you doing, sis? Tressa C say I just watched this movie tonight. What you think about it, man? What would you rate it? You give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down? My girl Nikki B, she said more assertive. I know that's right. Don't nobody want no weak ass man. Not even as a friend. So anyway, one thing we saw at the house, the animals was acting all weird, and they always show in movies the animals be the first to act weird and stuff. One thing I didn't notice, or don't remember at least, um, hearing anybody talk about is, did animals act weird during COVID? I don't know. Let me know in the comments, whether you watch it now on the replay, were animals acting weird during COVID like they have in movies. Not necessarily like movies. Of course, I know ain't no 100 deer run around and stand at somebody. That would have been tipped out. 100 deer run around in the woods and look at your ass. You got COVID, you nasty mother. Run your ass over and nail you to the wall. You nasty. Anyway, we see that these people, they still kind of don't get it. They still drinking wine, chilling, kids in the pool. They ain't got no Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi is out. But hey, whatever. We'll figure it out. And then this is when, the Hershey, my Hershey. Let me stop playing with this man's name because I really like and respect him and his work. But Mahershala Ali and his daughter, Ruth, you know, aka GH, is Mahershala Ali, and Ruth, who I also like, she was on this show, called oh my goodness, it was on HBO, and they were working in the office in England, a banking show. It was a really good show. Anyway, GH and Ruth knock on the door, and while they were playing Jenga, playing with that Jenga line, you wanna play with my Jenga line? I'm gonna make you fall, okay? Pull on it, tug on it. Bloop! There you go. There you go. Knock you down again. Jenga. Jenga. Pull that Jenga line anyway. They knock on the door and he pretty much say, yo, man, he in a damn tuxedo. Let me get a little closer. All right, and he in a damn tuxedo. And she dressed very nice as well. And he's saying, hey, look, sorry, do you have any great coupon in this month? Nah. But he got a damn Bentley, roll up in the Bentley. You know what I'm saying? And he like, hey, look, sorry to come by. It's the blackout. And woo, that was close, wasn't it? You saw them reflexes? I don't like this dang on, what you call it. Anyway, you say it's the blackout. And so they came by because he felt comfortable, and where he stayed was too far. His knee hurt, and so she, worried because yeah, he say his knee hurt, but she see he a knee grow, and they, hey, she don't like that. Them knees ain't grown again. She ain't trying to trust him up in the house. He talking about, can I come on up in the house and stay? It's my house. She like, ooh, well, I don't know about that. Hey man, if it's my house, hey look, your B&B is canceled. This one country girl I know, she called Airbnb Airbnb. I tried to go to the Airbnb and they was telling me it was so much, it was $800 a week. I said, oh my God, what I'm gonna do with the Airbnb? I tell them I need a new Airbnb. I don't know where the B&B be. I got to get to the B&B. I said, man, what the hell? You getting a laser beam? It ain't called no damn B&B. I what it called then? What it called then? I thought it was a B&B. I didn't know. What it called then? Shit, ain't called that. Anyway, we see this damn thing gonna kill me. That's what we see. Ugh. I should have never messed with it. Anyway, I forgot one. Oh, they decide to let him in reluctantly. So she let him in. They come in. I'm gonna have to back up. That's why I had to back up. This damn thing too damn dangerous. I had to fix this. Reposition that dang on thing. Making my belly stretch. Anyway, she reluctantly lets them in. They talk, and she decides, I don't know, the husband, because he ain't even hear them there. She the one that's aware. She the one that heard the noise. She the one make all the decisions. He's like, okay, come on in. Okay, I'm sorry. Didn't hear the noise. Oh, okay, that's what it is. Well, okay. And so he don't know what the hell going on. He sound like a woman most of the time in this movie, really. Anyway, we see when she was going, tell him to go to the door, he was scared to get a bat or a weapon. He didn't know what to do. Anyway, we see GH come in. They decide to talk. He told him it's his house. She still don't believe or trust him, even though he in a damn tuxedo, looking like James Bond. He could be James Bond. He actually could. Anyway, they already got him his blade. They call me Blade Bond. All right, anyway, we see that he knows something going on, pretty much. Now, he don't lead on to it, but he says, he came home from the city and drove all the way there because of the blackout. Now, he knew the best thing to do in something like this is to get away from a large population of people, because in something like this, whatever it may be, some large problem, pandemic or whatever, the further away you are from the most people, the better. And so that's where he came all the way back to his house. And that's ended up being a smart move, because we later saw those explosions and things in the city, which of course I'm sure would have been all kind of chaos going on there. You know, you probably can't just sit in your little apartment when you're in the middle of all that stuff. And hell, the people in your building may even try to turn on you to get some food or do whatever. So you never know. Um, anyway, dude ended up talking to her saying, hey, look, and he had the key, went into one of the drawers and pulled out $1,000 and gave it to her like, here go a G, I got you. He did have a gun in there. He could have just said, yeah, get up out of here. He had that 4/5 come back like Mike in this piece. Anyway, they get $1,000, and she up here worried about some damn ID or whatever. But that's a good idea, actually. If it's your house, let me see the ID. And if the address match, then hey, it is what it is. Anybody can show up in a tux. So hey, I ain't gonna say just because you showed up in a tux in a Bentley, even though that is a lot, don't mean that this your house as well. So she should have asked for the ID though when they was at the door. That's what I would have did when they was at the door. Like, this your house, let me see the ID. Okay, well, there you have it. And then it wouldn't have been no more worries from the get-go. Anyway, he say he left his wallet in his coat back at the opera or wherever he came from, which then I would have had a red flag at the door. So maybe it is good that she waited, because he might not have got up in this. Boy, you ain't got no ID. Oh, you left it at the thing. Ain't that convenient? Well, isn't that special, huh? Isn't that special? Anyway, we later see that they chilling, and then that emergency broadcast alert came on TV, just like similar to what happened in on the phones this past summer. And of course, we've all seen those on TV. And so, that's when they end up starting to see, okay, it's getting real in the field. Now, she started tweaking, saying, we need to get out of here. And he's pretty much saying to go where? Which, and that's one thing that they always do show in these type of movies. And I'm pretty sure it's in the same in the pandemic, if people tried this, is that once you get on the roads will be jammed. And where can you go? Is really nowhere you'll be able to drive to, unless you go into an airport, because anywhere that you go inside the city, inside the states, will probably, be doing the same thing, going through the same thing. And so then, he's trying to calm her down, and he starts talking to her while they having a drink or whatever. And he talk about his client, and his client told him something similar, some hints like, hey, take care of yourself. But his client, and this is one thing, like I was just saying, he said his client was going to the airport. Like, you got to get out of here or go somewhere really far, Alaska, Montana or something. Because if you driving or walking distance in the States, then you going to probably go through the same thing everybody else. It's just the facts. And you could say you here or there, maybe you're in a suburb or there, whatever, and it take a little further to get there or whatever, but eventually, you know, everybody gonna go through the same thing. So unless you're in another country somewhere or extra far and got an underground bunker or something, you may be in trouble. You know what I'm saying? So next thing you know, they end up staying. They stay in the basement of their own house, and they gave them $1,000. I'm kind of with Ruth right there. Like, wait a minute now. Okay, in a way, if a guy show up back to his own house of an Airbnb and he give you $1,000, I mean, if he say, all right, let me sleep upstairs too? Be like, wait a minute. I don't know, man. It depends on the mood and the situation. I think it was cool for the first night, at least, that they slept downstairs. They gave him the money. It was unexpected. You know what? That's cool. Y'all let me know in the comments, what would y'all do? Put a B. If y'all would have slept in the basement, put a B1. If you would have took the basement and let them go upstairs, B1. Put a B2. If, you know what I'm saying, you sleeping in that basement that first night. I mean, you sleeping in the bed that first night. Bed for B2, bed. B1, basement. Anyway, they end up going up there. And while she was sleeping in the bed, she asked her husband why he didn't talk to them and mention the oil tanker they saw. And he like, well, I don't know. I'm scared. Uh, but he like, I don't know. And she say, he's like, why didn't you? And she said, actually, I'm scared. He said, I don't know. She said, I was scared. I'm afraid it might have made things worse, which I kind of get what she's thinking, in the sense that you don't still know what these people motives may be still. He didn't actually completely prove it's his house, although he did know the combo, and he gave him $1,000. I don't know, but they in a weird situation for sure. I don't think that even if she stayed awake all night and he decided to do something, what the hell could she do? So I don't know. Anyway, it turned out that they had a cyber attack across the country, and it was those alerts on her phone while she was asleep. Bliggity bing bing, bliggity bing bing, letting you know, hey, get your it together. You better get it together. But of course, she was asleep. She didn't hear the noise, and it didn't last long. And when she woke up, she saw the messages, but they didn't last long either. So, that was unfortunate for her when she was trying to tell other people. Now, her little daughter, because she got a little daughter and a son in this movie, and the daughter turned out to be 13. Symbolism, wink, wink. And the daughter, is it me or is that girl's eyes big as hell? It's like the daughter was the only one whose eyes were wide open. Eyes wide shut, baby. Let me show y'all what this daughter looked like. And y'all tell me. All right. Uh, am I tweaking? Because, hey, man, it may be. I may be tripping. Let me type it in for those on the podcast. I'm typing right now. Let's see. What was her name? Rose. And the name of the house that she went into in the end was called Thorns. The Thorns. Rose and the Thorns. Bah, bah, bah. Let's see. Let's see. Rose. This girl eyes big than a mine. Look like she walked around with her eyes big and bug-eyed all movie to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm tweaking. But, it's a lot of B1s up in this piece. B1. That's what I'm saying. What was B1 again? I gotta write this stuff down, man. I'm losing it. Nah, I'm just playing. But my girl, Nikki, or One Journey, if y'all would write it down, so anybody that comes later, they'll know what the B1 and the B2 mean. B2 movement. Anyway, this girl eyes, I think, was a symbolism of being woke, but not the woke that is woke today. I think that she was the woke, that the original woke, of being aware, of having information and knowledge, that others don't. Not being asleep. You know, she's hearing the sound, she's seeing stuff, she paying attention to this and that, she noticing the house, she awake to this and that, while everybody else was asleep. Now, she was very lonely. And it was kind of interesting that it kind of, I think, was another symbolism that they had of her knowing all this stuff, being woke, but watching the show Friends, being obsessed with friends, but having no friends, actually caring about them as if you know them, talking about, I care about them. Like she really said, I care about them and that I want to know how things end with them. I think, damn, I did not want to hit that. Back to fixing the damn microphone again. But so I think that that was a metaphor of showing how people today are on the internet or connected to all this stuff a lot more and think they got all these friends and stuff, but they really don't. They're more isolated than ever before. And I think that's a good metaphor that they were trying to show with this girl. And she had so much anxiety about that show as if they was real. Like it affected her, talking about, I got to know how it ends. So I don't know. Y'all let me know what you think about that. But, you know, my girl, thank you, Jay Lynn, for writing it down. Anybody that missed the B1 or the B2, it's the basement or the bedroom. That's what I'm talking about. You in the basement or the bedroom? Y'all in the basement in this mug. Now, you know, once she got them alerts about the hackers and stuff on her phone, she still wasn't as worried about that as she was about them staying in the Airbnb. Talking about, I'm worried about these people in my home. That's what she said to her husband. Yeah, but we got to do something. I'm still worried about these people in my home. That's what Julia Roberts said. Shout out to Julia Roberts and everybody. They did a great job. If Denzel was in the movie, I do think it would have been a good movie, but I like it as it is too. Um, just weird how things go in the movie and TV business. Nevertheless, Denzel probably like, hey y'all, let me tell you something. That's not going to theaters. I'm not doing it. Okay, all right, okay, all right, okay, all right, okay, all right. Anyway, we see she's thinking it's her damn house. It's funny how people have that mentality. That's like if you rent a car from me and then all of a sudden I come back and I need you to give me a couple of rides. You'd be like, man, I can't be giving you rides all in my car now and stuff, man. You burning up my gas. What? Okay. At the end of the day, it is not your vehicle, but that's what they say. Possession is 9/10 of the law, because in your mind, once you have something, you start thinking it's yours, even when you know it's not. You know damn well it's not, but you start thinking it's yours. You could be in somebody else's house. You start saying and doing stuff like it's yours, knowing damn well it's not. But subconsciously, the mind can start to do some weird stuff. That's why you got to check yourself. That's why that song, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Big D's in your mouth is bad for your health. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, we see another thing that was weird. Again, they put a lot of subliminals in this. The girl wore a NASA shirt. Did you all notice that? NASA. Of course, this is all in wardrobe and everything. It's not like she decided she gonna wear what she wanna wear. Uh, so again, it's a lot of stuff going on with NASA down that rabbit hole. I ain't gonna go into that because that's gonna be another 3-4 hour movie episode. But I will say you might want to check that out with the NASA, even with the NASA and the Friends and the bug out. They just did a lot of stuff with this girl subconsciously, symbolism that and with it being a girl. So just a lot with that one to go down that rabbit hole. If you got time, definitely check it out. Anybody in Discord, we can talk about it in the channel. We can definitely talk about it on Discord. And I'll tell you a lot more of my thoughts on that. So anyway, another thing that everybody kept watching was channel 101, and the number 101 popped up a lot, and that's another rabbit hole that you might want to check out and go down. 101, you'd be surprised and how when 101 you can turn it sideways and do other just you can look down into that 101. So anyway, they had the 101, and it had a lot of stuff in there. It's a lot of stuff I know that I'm missing. You know, again, this thing could go on for a long time. I'm gonna try to wrap this up in the next 15 minutes because I know going long. That's what she said. It's painful. It's long, and people can't take it. So I ain't gonna go too long, too deep. But anyway, what I was gonna say, the rest of it, let me try to go a little fast. Old girl with the big old eyes, she saw the deer everywhere, and she knew something wasn't right because the deer was sitting there looking at her, and something was weird. But hey, she didn't know what to say, and we later saw that Julia Roberts, she still was a little edgy with Ruth in her own house. They kind of had a little rivalry going with each other, friendly, war of the words, smartness. And, she kept asking about power plants, Ruth, and Julia Roberts. She is, trying to play it off and things like that. She don't really understand what's going on. And she's in denial of a lot of stuff. She might as well be, she has no idea of what's going on. She don't want to believe anything but the damn news. She don't even want to believe what's going on in front of her face. And she wanted to say, let's keep this between the adults. But them kids ain't kids. And that's another thing. Some people like to say they want to protect the kids, but kids nowadays, they're a lot more advanced and smarter. And I say at 13 and things like that girl, shoot, that girl knew more than Julia Roberts. You see, she was finding the bunker before Julia did in the end. So, hey, what the hell does she know? Another thing that was interesting, they had her working in advertising, and they asked her when she was in that little shack, why you so mad? And she talking about, well, because of my job and how we have to study people and we get to really see how people really are. And I realize people ain't worth a damn, basically. And come out to she in advertising, that's a little weird. I don't know. Maybe because they may advertising and manipulating people, and maybe she has seen how people can be manipulated or what happens when they manipulated by certain things. She says she works in advertising, but it's a lot of different advertising firms, and they specialize or have different clients. And who's her client? What is she advertising and doing and researching? So who knows what product that is and what could be going on with that. But, dang, that's tripped out. And her husband was like a professor of media studies. So they both are involved somehow, some way with the media or advertising or something like that. And that's just, I don't know where they made them both have those type of careers. I'd have to look into that a little more down that rabbit hole. But I know it wasn't done on accident. And so, we'll have to look and see what they may have tried to say on that a little later. Now, one thing that was tripped out is that I think Ruth, GH daughter, was trying to get smashed by Ethan Hawke. She was trying to get chose. They was out there smoking together, talking, And then he messed it up, talking about when he went into town to see what's up, he saw the Mexican lady, which is kind of another symbolism of how people ain't gonna be so helpful. He could have helped her. He's saying he didn't know Spanish. You can tell when a person need help. She got the little booger nose, snot running. And he tell me, I don't know Spanish. I need you help me. I bet you that's because she wasn't that cute. She wasn't like a bad looking person, but I'm just saying, hey, she had some double D's hanging down there. Those some D's on it, on it. She needed help, wife. Okay, she needed help. I just helped her. Anyway, this fool left her while he out. They done dropped some damn flyers, red flyers. It looked like the damn red plague. It was some airplane, propeller plane, single engine, flying over them and throwing out the red paper, which I thought was some type of plague or something. But it turned out it was red paper that had a bunch of writing on it and a monkey on it or something. And when he took it home, his son was able to read it, the language, and he said that's because he played it on a video game and it said "Death to America." And so he like, wait a minute. And then when they later saw Kevin Bacon, he said that he had heard about some other ones, but it said it in a different language. So who knows? Now we later saw GH leave because her son, Julia Roberts' son, while out in the woods, got bitten by a bug or two. And it showed a little bugaboo get him. And so he ain't feeling too good the next morning. And GH decided to go to one of his neighbors to get some meds. And while at that house, he noticed that the house is destroyed and everything. He go on the beach because the house is right on the beach. Beautiful house. And next thing you know, he sees dead bodies. I see dead people. Dead bodies everywhere. While he's looking on the beach, he hears a plane. He starts to break out running, and the damn 747 falls out the sky and damn near hits him on the beach. Narrowly escaped. This dude making it into the house. He was lucky that door was strong, boy. I'm telling you, I was surprised that door held up. Ain't nothing else hold up. Anyway, he made it in barely by the skin of them teeth. And he was able to come back. Soaking wet, though. But he was able to come back alive, luckily, you know. And he was over there talking with Julia Roberts after they had a little time and telling her, you know, what's going on. But he say, you know, don't tell Ruth, even though she on the side listening. And then that's when another thing happened that is very real. That loud noise. That is a real weapon that has been made. They also have weapons that can shoot you with a microwave, like a large crowd of people, which will heat you up. So say you have people protesting, saying this and that. Next thing you know, you feeling so hot, burning up, like you want to take your clothes off or run away because it's so hot. You got to get away from there. They can do that. It's a weapon out there like that. It's on YouTube. You can look at it. DARPA has made some interesting weapons. Anyway, this weapon was a sound weapon that is extremely debilitating because that sound was so loud that everybody that heard it, they had to like damn near drop to their knees. You couldn't do anything. And if something like that happened, how many people have earmuff or ear protection lying around? Not many. Even people that are gamers, they may have nice headphones that are noise canceling, but it's probably not enough. And that was really tough. And especially if something like that lasts a long time, then woo, that's something right there. Anyway, luckily for them, it didn't last too long and they was able to survive it. But that give you something to think about because a lot of that stuff could happen for real, for real. Now we see what else? Oh, he also think it ain't no damn hackers like he thought it could be at first. And you got to be careful with people at the end if there's some stuff really going down that ain't prepared, because those the ones that's gonna be your biggest worry. They'll come for your stuff. It's unfortunate that you gotta kind of keep your preparation safe. Even if you help somebody, just say, "Hey, I got a little something. Here, I only got 2 bottles of water. Here, I'm gonna give you one of my two. You can have 25 cases up in this month. Like, I only got 2 bottles of water. Here go one. Drink and enjoy. Anyway, you never know. You got to be prepared. And the barter system, hell, if you can get all the water and you know somebody else got some food, hey, I gave you 2 bottles of water. Fix me a plate. Hey, they need the water. You need the food. Make it work. Anyway, that's going to be the key. We see they eventually have to go talk with Kevin Bacon to go get this medicine for the son. They damn near get into a Mexican standoff up in this piece. But eventually, he takes the cash. But that's going to be up to people to take, because who knows what cash will be worth if the system goes down, or how long the system may go down. So it may end up being in a trade barter system. You never know. So you might want to keep a couple things around that's worth something that you may not want. Because, hey, you never know. Now, we later see that Rose, she ends up leaving, and they can't find where she at. And she was saying in the bed the night before that she ain't waiting no more. That she pretty much out of there. She quoted the old little stuff about, you know, what, lead a horse to water, can't make him drink or something like that. Anyway, uh, she, she get up, she leave, she go to the house to say Thorns. That's the house that Kevin Bacon was saying that you should have went there. They the ones that got a bunker with all the stuff they got. Sure enough, they had the top of the line bunker. They had a damn living room in there. I always wanted a bunker for years and years, at least over 20 some years. I've always said I'd like to have something like that. And they had a nice bunker. They had a damn living room, food, water, shelter, and some space. And then, most importantly, they had the DVD collection of Friends. So she was able to finally see the end of the show. And hey, she was happy. Everybody kind of found that house. So eventually they would have went in and then found her, and they would have probably all moved into the vault together. Happily ever after, like Fallout 76. Anyway, I think it was a very good movie, very interesting. It lets you know that if you broke as hell, you screwed. You in the city, you in trouble. If you ain't got neighbors that got a vault for supplies, you in trouble. And you need to be in the nice suburbs where your neighbors are spaced out, and where you live is so far away that by the time somebody get to you, the pandemic over. You know, the whatever is over. The blackout and all the problems that's going on in the world. Because, man, in the middle of the city, if it's chaos and all that, damn, I hope you got, 1,000 rounds, baby. Anyway, for those that's watching that's new, I'm going to go ahead and give it my personal rating. I use what's called the MOSCO. That's my rating that I use. And I do it so I can be non-biased. I try not to use my feelings. A lot of people, they do their ratings and they say, I feel like it's this and that. And that's fine if that's what they want to do, not knocking it. But I do that too sometimes. But then I also like to get a little technical, because me, I'm a little nerdy like that. And anybody that's out there trying to do that on the shows, you know where it was first, and it's all good. Hey, imitation is the best form of appreciation. All right, here we go with the Mosco. All right, so the Mosco is again my rating system. Real simple, four categories, 25 points each, four quarters, make $1. All right, we got visuals and cinematography. I think that this movie looked very good. They used excellent cameras. They really didn't use a lot of sets, a lot of fancy things, but the way that they filmed it with the camera, the angles with the deer, the way that we saw the explosions from the shoreline through Julia Roberts and Ruth's eyes, and different things that they just did with the camera work and cinematography. I think they did an excellent job with that. An excellent job. Uh, Even the way they filmed when he rang the doorbell and it panned from left to right, like a cross section of it. I think that was really good. I think that the way that they used the cinematography to film Mahershala Ali in the beginning when we first meet him to make us confused. Is he the bad guy? You see, is this really his house? I think that was really good, and it's all done with some of the film work as well. So I'm gonna give it a 24 out of 25 because I think this visuals and cinematography for this movie is really the part of the star of this movie, in my opinion. It really is because there's not a lot in this movie going on, but the way they film it and do things, it just really is a great job. The storyline and plot, I think, is very good as well. They use a lot of things that are very plausible. Very plausible. I don't see anything in here that is impossible. And the way people react and are going to react, I think that is all plausible. I wouldn't want to react like anyone in this show. I like to be prepared and, aware. And as of now, I'm slacking on that. But anyway, I will give this storyline and plot a 23 out of 25. It's very good, but not the greatest I ever saw. But very good. All right, let's see. Special effects, makeup, costumes. The only real costume is a tuxedo. For the most part, regular clothes, but that's fine. The special effects, makeup, very good. Special effects, not a lot of makeup other than normal. Nobody turned into a werewolf or had nothing going on, but the special effects were good. I mean, I know damn well they didn't have an oil tanker crash up on the beach in real life, right? So that had to be some type of CGI, I'm sure. And that oil tanker did look pretty good. Those explosions and things that we saw in New York, I'm sure that ain't nothing big for a special effects team. But that oil tanker, that was a good special effect. So overall, out of a 25, I'm going to give it a 21 out of 25. It's not like it was Star Wars, but they did do what they were supposed to do. Lastly, entertain and fun factor. That's the category for your feelings. How did you feel? I feel like it's a 20. I feel like it's a 8. I feel like it's a 10. Okay, well, here's where you put your feelings. Entertaining fun factor. Out of a score of 25, I did enjoy this movie. It did hit on a lot of things that are possible. And as a person that is interested in some of these conspiracies that people theorize about in the world, I enjoyed this content being produced by Obama. And anybody that's here that didn't see when I said that earlier, this movie was produced by Obama, makes it even more interesting. So overall, the movie, because Obama could produce something, and if it wasn't no good, I wouldn't still be saying that. So, but I say all that adds to the intrigue of this film. I would give it on a score of 25. I would say that this movie, I would say, would be a 21, 21, 21, 21, 21. So, oops, I just put 22 on accident. I'm going to leave it at that. Forget it. Comes up with a total of 90 on the Moscow. It should have been an 89. Matter of fact, let me subtract it. Let me go back to 21. So it come out to an 89 on the Moscow. All right, 89. Let me type that in because the Mo is slow. Give me a second. All right. You could say a 90. I wouldn't trip. And of course, I do a margin of 5. So if you feel that it's a 8.5, it's definitely very good support for that. And if you think it's a 9.5, I don't really think it's that good, but I can see you making a case for that if you felt that way. I think it's a 89. I put in a 22 instead of 21, so come up with a 90. That's fine overall. I mean, hey, it ain't the worst thing at all. It's very intriguing. I've seen it twice already, and I don't know if I'll watch it again right away anytime soon, but if I was with somebody and they want to watch it, what's up, Drea? How you doing, sis? I hope everything is going good with you. Good that you saw it and thought about me. Shout out to and looking like Bertha Davis on Facebook. You looking like Bertha Davis up in this mother. But it is very interesting. It definitely makes you think. I'm about to get up out of here, man. But I appreciate all the support. Ill Wood say I'm late. Just checked out the Ravens game. Your boys make it. They win. I hope so. Nikki, you give it a 60. Woo! Damn, shouty. A 60? What was so bad about it? Matter of fact, I meant to put up the link for people to join, and I forgot. I'll do a few more minutes if somebody want to come up and talk about this. It's what, an hour and a half already, so I'm gonna do another 10 minutes. If somebody want to come up and talk, say something, talk about the movie, more than welcome to come on through. We'll do about another 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes. And I'm only going to give about another 5-10 minutes. So if somebody wait too long to get the link, oh well. Every minute that go by is wasted. But yeah, I think that this was very interesting. A lot of things. I think a lot of people may be missing it. Nikki say the movie sucked. Well, what happened with your viewing? I'm wondering what happened with that. Because I don't think it was that bad. I think it was very interesting. Definitely had me thinking. What up? What up? You say I'm good, all is well. That's what's up, Dre. Appreciate it. Shy girl, I would get a higher score if we were clear on the ending. Well, that's true. I mean, the ending pretty much shows that, hey, we gonna all have to work together, whether you like it or not. You see that she was kind of against everybody, but then at the end, she decided to be friends with Ruth, and they was holding hands. She was already holding, you know what I'm saying, Mahershala Ali, GH, when they was dancing. She felt that thang rub up on her leg. She was like, you know what? I ain't worried about my husband. Come smack this. He like, well, what about my wife? She like, yeah, they ain't here. Come smack that all on the floor, smack that. Oh, smack that. Straight up. So I don't know, man. Definitely think that it was a chance. Maybe what we see in part two, he took her away from his from her man, and he's the maid of the house, and he's smashing her. And then when the daughter get old enough, he getting that. And then we see Ruth with the son, and husband just sitting there looking goofy. That's part two, because that's how this one really ended. Anyway, I'm about to get up out of here, y'all. What up, B? You said, did you see the Tubi movie about Carly Smollett Russell? Carly Smollett Russell. I ain't see that Tubi movie. Tubi something else, ain't it? Tubi movies. I ain't watched no Tubi movies, but I ain't gonna say nothing negative about a Tubi movie because I know people be trying. They be trying. They try. They so cute. They cute. They trying. Nah, let me stop. Cause I'll be in a Tubi movie tomorrow. They call me. What you need me to do? You want me to play dead? I do. Anyway, let me get up out of here, y'all. I should have remembered earlier to put the link in. But we'll see what's up tomorrow. I'm gonna try to come and go live. We'll see Monday night. Everybody, y'all have a good weekend. I'm up out of here. Deuces.